Alright, what's going on, everybody? I hope you are having a great day. Today I just wanted to talk about some Wano theories I saw online and just kind of point them out and just uh, give my interpretation on them. So, the first theory I spotted out on Reddit was, let me read it from this guy, submitted by Qsex. It says, well, hello guys. So, a theory just popped into my mind. I want to speak about Kaido's group. As we know, he has the three calamities: King, Queen, and Jack. Jack is Jack the Drought, as we all know. Also, we have Joker, the Flamingo, and some people think X Drake is the next after Jack because X is 10 in Roman. We all know he has a story with Kaido. So I wanted to talk about King and Queen. The thing that struck in my mind was Queen being Kuna. Okay. I watched a large amount of theories, and among them, there was one thinking that made Kuna Kuena. Sorry if I'm saying her name. I don't know. The girl from Zoro's past still be alive. It will be Zoro's arc, so I think it would probably have lots of stuff regarding his past. If not Kuena, I think his teacher Koroshi, Dojo Manager, will play a big part in Wano. Since there are many not strong girls in One Piece, and we know that from the past, Kuena was stronger than Zoro, and Zoro was training hard from back then. He was a strong child, meaning she really had or has a potential to grow really strong. Also, I think she ate the mystical Zoan fruit since she's part of Kaido's crew and one of the three calamities and the second stronger of them. Therefore, the third stronger, Jack, had a mystical Zoan fruit. I believe King and Queen have also mystical Zoan fruit. If that be the case, I believe that 100% Zoro will be the one to fight Kuena, and he'll finally be able to win her. I'm expecting that to be his greatest fight yet, and also I think we will experience a taste of his real power since after the time skip he never had a real fight. He won all of them pretty easily, and maybe we get to see his eye opening his eye or something. Damn, I'm hyped. Zoro's my favorite character of all along. Either way, this is what I wanted to talk about. Give me your thoughts. Alright, so let's read what other people have to say about it. So, I'm not going to say the name, Misha Shugi something. So thanks for sharing your theory, but I don't see this happening. Kuena being alive undercut Zoro's vow to her. That rivalry between them and Zoro inheriting her will through the Wano Ishim Uji. Fuck, I'm so bad with these names, sorry. Seems wasted if she's alive. Zoro's opponent seemed more likely to be the Shogun of Wano. Shogun aligned with Kaido, so he's clearly their enemy. And also, Stars Warrior in Wano, thus, who better for Zoro to fight? And also, Jack doesn't have a mystical Zoan. He has an ancient Zoan, like Drake. Okay, that is true. There's also a theory that I like to share that the calamities will be based on the strongest beast of land, sea, and sky from the Bible, Behemoth, Lithium, and this, which Jack already represented Behemoth, meaning that Queen is most likely to personify Leviathan, which is also represented as a whale, potentially making for a fishman. Let's see the other theories. I don't think it'll have to do with the history of the dojo at all. I think it's more likely to have something to do with Zoro and his family, since we don't know anything about his parents or sibling, and at this point in the story, it's going to be a good time to shed some light on it. So, after reading that, shoot, that's an interesting theory. I'm going to have to say I do agree with her not being alive because of the fact that he saw her dead. It just, there's a lot of reasons why I don't think she's alive. One of which is okay, he saw her dead body, and just the fact that she would be still alive just kind of undermines, it kind of just ruins the whole point of Zoro trying to be the best swordsman in the world for her sake, and then finding out she's alive. It kind of just throws everything down the drain. So I'm gonna have to debunk that right there. So I think she's still dead. And then he said that the dojo master would have a strong part in that too. I would have to also. I would have to also disagree with that because of the fact that he was just the kind of like how do you say, the steering wheel to guide Zoro on his journey, but I do not think he will be found seen in Wano. So I'll have to say I disagree with that part too. Let me see what else she said. I do believe that Zoro will end up fighting the Shogun of Wano. That makes more sense to me. Who better for Zoro to fight than the strongest warrior of Wano, which is the Shogun? So I think the Shogun might be a woman or a man. Could be a woman or a man, but I'm gonna lean more towards a woman, just so like Zoro has a chance to fight a woman swordsman, which would be a female swordsman, which would be pretty epic. But I'm leaning towards the Shogun being a man. But if it was a woman, that'd be pretty epic too. But either way, yeah, because I agree with the fact there are not very many strong girls in One Piece. I agree with that. So I mean, if the Shogun was a woman, that would be pretty sick. And he talks about how he thinks that the queen has a mystical Zoan fruit. Okay. Mystical Zoan fruit. Jack, yeah, so Jack does not have a mystical Zoan fruit. He actually has an ancient Zoan fruit, which is a big difference. A mystical Zoan fruit is something like Lions of Marco the Phoenix's Zoan fruit. He has a mystical Zoan fruit, I'm pretty sure. So this person believes that King and Queen will also have mystical Zoan fruits, which I think they'll have Zoan fruits, but I think only one of them will have a mystical and one of them will have an ancient one. But I do believe that the other two, the King and Queen, because I'm pretty sure Jack is the weakest of the three. I don't remember if he's the weakest or the strongest. Yeah, Jack is the weakest of the three calamities. So I'm pretty sure the King and Queen are going to be ancient beasts, like beasts that are like most likely extinct in our era nowadays. But yeah, so I think they're going to be extinct ancient beasts. And so not mystical, but ancient Zoan fruits. I do believe they will have Zoan fruits, but it's going to be ancient, not mystical. And then this looks like Queen. Yeah, so I have to disagree that I do not think he will fight Kuena. It just undermines everything Zoro's been trying to do. Like, what's the point of trying to keep a promise to someone and vowing to keep the promise to them if they're still alive? Like, basically, Zoro's dream was to be the best swordsman, but with Kuena's, sorry if I'm saying this wrong, but with her death, it basically pushes him to go to the next level. And if you bring her back to life, it just kills everything everyone's been working for. So let me see if I can find any more other theories real quick. I'm trying to read them off of Wikipedia. Not Wikipedia, but online. Come on. Marco's new power and death, and oh shoot, a lot of people are thinking Marco the Phoenix is gonna die in Wano. I mean, I think he'll die in the storyline, but not in Wano. If anything, I think he'll die more towards him taking on Blackbeard again. That would make more sense to me. It's him dying when he tries to take out Blackbeard for a second time, or in the Great War. So let me read some other theories. Oh my gosh. So another person thinks the Kuena's still alive. Kuena, I don't know how to say her name. Dang, I'm so bad with these names. But let me read that theory and let me share my thoughts on it. So okay, so I know a lot of people think Kuena is still alive, and this is how somehow Shiga. And I understand that theory, but just this thought just sort of hit me and thought it'd make a great theory. So here's how it plays out. The story starts with Kaido's family being banished from Wano forever because they were too brutal and only care about strength, even hurting comrades if they were too weak. Shortly after, the Shogun returns home from Roger's ship and opens the border of the country. This open border allows Kaido's family to sneak back into Wano and plot revenge. Years go by, and this is where Kuina and Zoro make a promise to each other that one of them will become the greatest swordsman. Kuina goes to her father and tells him she'll kill herself to become strongest. Her father, realizing her desperation, uses his connection to send her to Wano. They fake her death so she can become completely focused. Also, to help push Zoro to catch her, hence leaving her sword, starting new. She trains in Wano, soon realizes that even her worst here, and nobody takes a woman swordsman. It's worse here, and nobody takes a woman swordsman seriously. In her frustration, she finds Kaido, now the leader of the family. She ensures her that gender does not matter, only strength matters in this world. Finding someone who respects her strength, she joins forces with Kaido. Kaido and Kuina constantly train to become strong to the point where Kuina's blade can cut his skin. He becomes a calamity and helps overthrow and kill the former shogun. Kaido, okay, so it's basically the same theory as the other one. So look, for me, the chances of Kuina still being alive is like close to none. I honestly think Oda is a better storyteller than that. It's just the fact. Here's how I would have if it didn't play out that okay. So if her body wasn't in the casket as they were carrying it, like if they had stated that they couldn't find her body anywhere and they were just holding an empty casket in the flashback of Zoro when they found that Kuina. Sorry if I say her name wrong. I know I'm saying it right now. Her name wrong. Just work with me. But if they had seen that it was an empty casket, if they had said that it was an empty casket because they could not find her body back then in the flashbacks, then I would believe that she is like still alive and she has a possibility to be in Wano. But since they did not state that her casket was empty and they were actually carrying her to the funeral, in her funeral, I'm gonna assume she's still dead. So this whole theory, I'm gonna debunk it. Now, do I think that he might face, like, I don't know, they never said she didn't have a cousin or a sister or anything. So there's a possibility that he can face a relative of hers in Wano. That I'm all on board for. That makes sense. Like, yo, I couldn't beat your daughter. Like, I mean, not your daughter, your sister. But apparently you're stronger than your sister. So if I take you out, I'm on the next path to become the greatest swordsman in One Piece. That makes sense to me. But the fact that everyone still thinks she's alive, that does not make sense to me. I just can't work with it. Like, I know, like, Oda has, like, pretended to make some people die and then, like, shown them in the arc still alive, but he has never, like, actually said, like, he's actually never showed them physically dead. It, like, made you wonder, hey, is he still alive? Is he still dead? But they held a funeral for her and saw her, like, they carried her in the casket and had her, and everyone was all sad and depressed. Like, I'm pretty sure she's dead. Now, what do I think is going to happen? So, I'm already going on 13 minutes here. I'm, like, so wrapped up in these theories. So, what I think is going to happen is, first off, she's dead. Because if they brought her back to life, it'd be like a Dragon Ball story. It just takes the suspense away from someone actually dying. Like, if they brought Ace back to life, it would take away the suspense that nobody can die in the One Piece arc. It's kind of like what they did with, so the death part, it's kind of like what they did with Sabo. How they made it seem like Sabo was dead, but they never confirmed, hey, Sabo was actually dead. They confirmed Kuina, yeah, they confirmed she was kind of dead, so they're not going to bring her back. So what I think is going to happen is Zoro's going to end up fighting either a relative of her, or just the Shogun of Wano. So that's that, because the Shogun has partnered up with Kaido. So either way, the Shogun is going down somehow. It's just a matter of who's going to take him down, and I think Zoro's going to be the one to do it. But I think I think at least 9 of the 11 supernovas are gonna be. Now, as to the reason why they're heading to Wano, like all 10, like not all 10 of them, all of them, it's like 9 out of 11 are heading to Wano. As to why they're heading to Wano to help Luffy and take down Kaido, I'll explain in another video. But this video, I just wanted to kind of like just go over some Wano theories that I found online and just kind of like show my thoughts on them. But yeah, as to Koina being alive, I'm gonna have to say a heavy no to that. I mean, it'd be cool. Nah, I don't think it'd be cool. I mean, here's how I would think. If if anything, they'd probably show like a more like impactful way of like the reason how she died, or like they'll show a flashback to like the way she died, because they talk about how she died, but I want to see like how she died and like the way it was done, you know. But other than that, I really think she's dead. But like I said, I will be finding other Wano theories online and just sharing my interpretation of them. Obviously, these are not my theories. As I stated in the video earlier, these are just theories I found online. But if you like this video, please like and subscribe below. Please leave a comment as to what you think your theory is, and I'd love to talk about it in one of my videos. Thank you.